Today's video is personal because I'm talking about something that's personally happened to me. And it's not easy for me to talk about, but I'm going to because I think it's important to share experiences, as you guys know, that I'm big on. Today's date, a year ago today, I was getting out of the hospital after having emergency surgery. And the details of that surgery are personal to me and more importantly, the part of a lawsuit that I can't discuss. But what I can discuss is the experience that happened to me. And I think it's important for me to share that. And today's date was the third day of going in and out of the hospital. After having been making known my symptoms and vocalizing what was going on with me, only to not be listened to be sent home, to be put in back rooms and not checked on or monitored. And ultimately, the surgery I ended up happening to me, or that I ended up having, could have been avoided if I had been attended to. And I can't get into the details of all of that, but suffice to say, I'm not a quiet person, guys. I'm an advocate for a living. Both my parents are doctors. I grew up in the hospital. This is not something that I was shy about. I had to forcefully advocate for my treatment. I had to demand that I be admitted to the hospital. I had to advocate for people to come see me. Why is this important? Because planning ahead is important. One of the things I had in my corner was my mom. She was my medical agent named on my medical advance directive. And this happened to me when I was far away from home. I did not have my paper medical advance directive with me. I was not expecting to go to the hospital. I was not expecting to interact with any doctors. This was all something that came completely out of the blue. But I did have the electronic version of it on my phone, and I was able to share that with medical professionals and doctors, and my mom was able to advocate for me on my behalf. And this is essential. If you don't have these things in place, this is life planning. Your medical advance directive agent is your last line of defense advocate. She was in my corner fighting for me. So that's what I talk about with regards to this being more than estate planning. This is life planning. These are things that happen that we're not expecting, and having plans in place to make sure that you don't end up in a situation where you feel helpless and scared. And you have the things in place to make sure you are protected, even if you are feeling that way. Because I felt that way and I wasn't expecting to. And I can't imagine if I didn't have the information with me that I needed to make sure that somebody could be there with me in my corner. It was scary. It was really scary being an attorney and saying everything I thought I needed to say and still not being heard. Get plans in place. It's life planning. Make sure you know who you're going to call. Make sure you know who's going to advocate for you. Don't wait until the emergency arises. That's my story. Thanks for listening.